Yeah. I'm excited to have you on. So can you just give us a little rundown of who you are and like where you're from?
Okay, where I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Yeah.
I'm from the sick side. Welcome.
Thanks, man.
Toronto.
Thanks for having me.
So a little bit about me. I also have my own podcast. It's through my production company, 1191. I do it with my partner in crime, Christina Sidio. And our podcast is called Too Real. We talk about a lot of pulp culture, anything that's happening at the time.
And it's on Apple Podcasts, right?
Apple and SoundCloud.
Nice.
Yeah, it's called Too Real. And yeah, that's my thing. I used to do marketing, but my passion is film and television. And up until recent months, Christina and myself, we started our own video production company.
Nice.
And here we are.
Big leap, man. Well, congratulations on that, man. So I'm taking a big leap too. So yeah, like you said, you're from Toronto, Canada. So I'm visiting right now for the next 6 months to Toronto, Canada. I'm here. Like I quit my job, and now I am here to experience the Great White North.
Live the Canadian dream.
Yeah, exactly. Live the Canadian dream. So, and this is the 50th episode of SnakeFang.
Yes.
So I said,
cheers to that, man.
Cheers, man. So I said, why not do one on Canada and what I think is fucking weird. That's to fair. Me in the States, which it will seem normal to you here. So I guess to get started here, one of the things, we were talking about the public transit. Like I get it, it's a bigger city. Mm-hmm. I get it, it's a big city. I'm from a small city. It's relatively smart. It's Orlando, Florida, and now we're here. So you were asking me, like, how is it? And to me, it's a puzzle. It's a maze. It doesn't make any sense, dude. It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Well, it's hard even for people here. Like, I was thinking about, like, before we started, like, for example, like the subway. Like, you're talking about there was a Metro Pass, and, like, now there's a Presto Pass.
Yeah.
And, like, I only started taking the subway, like, up in, like, my first year of university. Like, I never took the subway before that. So everything, like, streetcar, subway, TTC bus I took in high school, but, like, the subway, streetcar, it was all new to me. Because then you see the map, right? Everything's all connected, all sort of different stops. Yeah. And at first you're kind of like, what the fuck is going on? Even like now, like I can't tell you a lot about the streetcar, like routes and everything. I can't tell you. Like, I know they go up and down.
And so the thing where you're talking about, so you're talking about like the streetcar. There's like, you have a streetcar, you have a bus. You have a Viva bus.
Well, yeah, but Viva's in different pockets of Toronto, right?
See, so you have a streetcar, which the streetcar is the one that's on the electric railings or whatever they are downtown. Yeah. And then you have a regular bus just running down streets. I have no idea. Like they go everywhere. So then you have a Viva bus, which the Viva bus, you can distinguish where they have two buses, where they're just like this huge bus. Then you have a GO train.
Yes,
Then you have a GO bus.
There are GO buses.
Then you have a GO bus.
We have everything, man.
And then you have a subway. Yeah. And on top of that, you have taxis and Ubers. Yeah.
And like around where I live, like around like the old North York area, just outside like Vaughan, they're thinking of bringing in what's called the LTR, the light rail, LRT, LTR.
What's the?
It's like a more advanced. And, if people watching this, if they want to, comment and correct me, the light rail is almost like a more advanced, nicer streetcar.
So
it also has its own track on the street.
Is it a train or is it
it's a streetcar. I would say it's like, it's connected. It's like a streetcar.
And that's just going to be in that one smaller area, though.
But they have them other places. I just don't know exactly where. Everything's expanding. Like,
God, dude, none of that makes any sense to me. So, like, where I'm from Orlando, Florida. I'm sure they have a lot of these in like New York, maybe like San Francisco, LA, Atlanta. I guess they have more stuff. But like right there, we just named like 10 different things you can do for public transit. Yeah. Like where I'm from in Orlando, we have a Lynx bus. And the Lynx bus just runs on one road. Like there's multiple buses, but they only run one road. So
that's easy.
That's
the world I want to live in.
But that's what I'm saying. They just run on one road, and so like one will run on like 436, which is the road down there. One will run on 441, and so on and so forth. And they just run on those roads, and then they all merge upon the Lynx bus station downtown. Yeah. And then you can get a transfer down there, or like if you know that there's an intersection where you can get off and you can get a transfer, you can walk to the next.
Well, that's kind of like, once you get the understanding of how our transportation system works, kind of the same thing. Transfers, platforms.
Transfers. Yeah, not.
But even for me, now that I'm out of university, I still utilize the subway a lot. But even like up until like this year, like not like some of the TTC stations are only like Presto Pass stations now.
Yeah, see, it's that's what I wanted to see. That's another thing with this. It makes no
It's even kind of foreign to me too, though. Like,
because it's new, right? It's
only been a year. New. And even like if you do like Viva, TTC, even the way you pay for like your ride is different. Because I think with the Viva, you can pay at the stop.
Yeah. See, this is what fucked me up.
Yeah.
So you're right. So basically, I just got a Presto card because I'm gonna be traveling around the city, so I have to have one of these and do this, that, and the other. So I got on this bus, the bus that is around this area that just goes down these roads. It's not the Viva. It's the I don't know what you would call it. It's not the Viva bus. It's the bus.
Yeah.
So when I took
it's like a TTC bus.
So when I took that, the first bus that came up, like I tried to get on, and the guy knew I was brand new, and he looked at me and he said, "You're brand new, aren't you?" I was like, "Yeah, I am." He's like, "Where are you trying to go?" And I was like, "I'm trying to go all the way up Bathurst." And he's like, "This isn't the bus to get on." I was like, "This is the bus that's on Bathurst." He's like, "Yeah, I know, but this bus takes a left at the next thing." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like how I was saying, we only have one bus for one road, so I was thinking the same way. And then the next bus came, and I got on, and the Presto thing was on the bus. And so I pressed the Presto thing, sat down, and Christina, my girlfriend, was telling me, like, you have to tap on, tap off. I'm like, I would not do that on a bus. It doesn't even make any sense. And I didn't see anyone else tap off on the Presto.
Yeah.
All I did was tap on. So I left. I got off the bus, which was fine. That's right. But then I went to the Viva bus the next day. And like you were saying, how the Presto's at the terminal.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that it's the same as the bus that I was just on.
Yeah.
So I get on the Viva bus. It's riding off.
You got a lot to learn, man.
I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this fucking thing to press. Yeah. And I'm in the back. I'm like, okay, it's not here. I walk to the front, and then I look at the bus driver. The bus driver's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
"How do I pay?"
No, I'm sorry. I'm not doing anything right now. And I just went and sat down. I'm like, I guess I'm just gonna take this for free right now. I hope a cop doesn't come on this thing.
Well, fuck. That's the thing too. Like, if you get caught in those things, like
it's like a $400 ticket.
Man.
But it wasn't my fault. It was not my fault. Like, I didn't know. Like, I could have explained to the officer and have been like, "Listen, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yesterday, the thing was on the bus. Today, there's no thing on the bus. I don't know what to do."
I think they probably would just feel sorry for you and let you go anyways.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make any sense. And then that same day, like, it came full circle because then I took the GO train.
How'd you like the GO train?
The GO train was nice. So it was actual that's an actual train, and it's 3 stories.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So yeah, it's super nice, super convenient, especially since like it can get you down and back in 45 minutes, whatever it is. It takes you down there in like 45 minutes. It's super sick. But I messed up again. So everything came full circle. First off, I don't know what the hell was going on. My buddy said, "You need to go to platform 3. I get to the Union Station that they have here for the GO train in Canada. And I'm looking around. There's no platform 3. Nowhere. None. The only platform they have, the lowest number is 4. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I go over to the other side, still 4. And then I finally find a map. First off, actually, I asked people because Christina, my girlfriend, other people are like, people in Canada are nice. Like, ask them what they...
ask around.
You can ask around. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm asking these business guys because they look like...
Oh, not the business guys, man.
No, they know. They look like they know what they're doing. They swipe their card like they're cool. They're
walking with a purpose.
Yeah, they're walking... Well, that's what I'm saying. They're walking with a purpose. Like, bam. I'm like, hey. They're like, yeah. He's like, do you know where platform 3 is at? He's like... No, I don't know where that's at all. Nope. I've only gone to platform 4. I don't even know where any of these platforms are. I'm like, what the hell?
They just know their route and they just fucking go for it.
Exactly. And then I went and finally found the platform 3 was on a fucking random ass thing. You got to go into the concourse, which doesn't make any. You know how Union Station is like set up?
Yeah. Well, even now, like I don't even know if they have like the construction and everything happening too, so it's kind of a bit of a mess as well.
So it doesn't make any sense to me. So like. Okay, again, I'm from a small city. I'm from Orlando. Yeah. Okay, we don't have these kinds of things, but I'm a logical kind of guy. Things make sense to me. So I'm standing there at Union Station, and I'm looking at these platforms, right? Platform 4 to 5. Here's these 2 doorways. Go through here.
Yeah.
25 to whatever. Here's these 2 doorways. It has the platforms on top, and in front, it has the Presto thing where you swipe the card. Yeah. So basically, I'm thinking, okay, each doorway leads to each platform that you need to be on. In order to go through those doors, you need to swipe the card. How the fuck does that not make sense? Does that?
No, I know it doesn't make sense. The whole transportation thing here does not make sense.
But it's what I'm saying. Like, how I'm saying it, doesn't that make sense? Like, that's how you would think. My logical mind was like, this.
Platform 3's through the brick wall. Like Harry Potter, man.
It actually was through the brick wall. But, like, the thing was, none of those numbers even mattered. None of them mattered.
It didn't matter.
None of them. You just walk
Welcome to Toronto.
You just walk in.
But see, you're the perfect example of, like, you have to fail to succeed.
Yeah, exactly.
You've just been failing at everything at the beginning.
Exactly. So, but you got to do it. You got to try and figure it out, and then you learn from your mistakes. And, like, my final mistake on that day was I finally found where platform 3 was. I went up, and I was thinking the same thing, that there was going to be a Presto thing in front of the door. It wasn't. Luckily, I was on the platform running up and down, and I found a thing to tapped it. Got on the train, couldn't find my buddy that I was supposed to drive home with. Finally got back to the area, and I got off, and he called me. He's like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "Right here." I was like, "Okay." I got in his car. We're driving. He's like, we were like 5 minutes down the road. He's like, "Did you tap off on the train?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "You got to tap off." I'm like, "How am I supposed? Why does that make any sense?"
The OPP's coming for you. We shouldn't even put this on Twitch, man. We shouldn't be recording this right now.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly.
It should be a warrant out for you. No, but you know what? Like I see like everything that's happening to you, like it's fine, but like on one side of it, it's good in the sense that there are different modes of transportation wherever you go in the city, which is really good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, each have their own system. So if someone like me, like I've learned to use the TTC, the subway, streetcar, and bus, right?
Yeah.
To a certain degree. But if I come here to this area, Richmond Hill, like, dude, I never used the Viva. Mm-hmm. So the exact same thing would probably happen to me too. Yeah. Whereas, like, I don't know, like for me, I'm a very simple person. So growing up, I just like in grade school, I just assumed that TTC was everywhere.
Yeah.
So when I'm coming, like, so then, like, my aunt and uncle come, they move up to Richmond Hill. I'm driving the car. I'm in the back seat. I see this fucking blue bus driving by. I'm like, what the fuck's that? My parents are like, oh, that's the Viva. And I'm like, and I had no idea what it is, right?
You should definitely just move to Orlando then, because it's super simple, man.
Yeah, just up and down.
It's just up and down. That's all it goes. It
how's like the price of transportation? Like, is it cheap to take the transit there?
No, so look, this is the thing. So what do you think I don't know the exact percentage here in Toronto, but what do you think the percentage of people that use public transit in Toronto is? It's pretty high.
I would say like it's over 50% easy.
Easy.
Like 70.
I would say on like a daily basis, probably around there, and I would say like almost everyone has all used.
Well, yeah, and even transit. If people do, like a lot of people, like a lot of our stations, our subway stations have parking lots. Not a lot of them, but like so a lot of people will drive, and majority of their commute will be on the subway.
Yeah, that's like with the GO train. Like they drove to the GO train and then they went.
Yeah, I would say like around 70%. I'd say.
Yeah, and
then transportation. It's huge. It's huge.
And then probably like at least like almost every single person has used it once in their life.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So my public transit, less than 1% of the population uses it.
Really?
So, because we only have one. Technically we have two now, but the other one doesn't even matter. So we have the bus system, which is the Lynx buses down in Orlando that just go on one road. And then we have a thing called the Sunrail, which is sort of like the GO train. Mm-hmm. Really smaller, way more compact, and super inconvenient. Like, it's near nobody. You have to, like, drive to the middle of nowhere to get to that station, to hop on, to go down to an area that doesn't even have work. Like, why am I going to even be here? It doesn't even make any sense. So we have two, and nobody uses the Sunrail really, but they use the Lynx bus here and there. But I would say it's less than 1% of the population, what I just read, uses public transit. And I would say it's probably that same number for amount of people that have even used it. A lot of my friends have never even used the public bus system. I'm probably one of the only people of my friends down there that have used
wild,
Yeah, it's wild. It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, here's like everyone's used it and they know what they're doing. Like, down there, if my friends are like, dude, I don't know, do I get on this bus? I'm like, I would be like, dude, you're an idiot. Yeah, get on that bus because it only goes one way.
Well, yeah. Well, like I said, like I only started using like the subway like really on a regular basis when I went to university. So it's at like 18 years old. So like when I was telling people like I didn't know how to use, really I wasn't familiar with everything about TTC. Like they looked at me weird because growing up, everyone at one point or another used the bus. They used the streetcar. Like they knew what they were doing, and I was so foreign to it that like people were looking at me weird because I lived in Toronto and I didn't know how to. I didn't know the TTC routes and system as well as I did.
I feel like the subway is very intuitive. Like, I guess in the sense of like the map that they have drawn out for you. It's like, here's Dundas, here's Bay. If you want to take Bay and get on this connection to go to these streets, like it shows those streets to get off on and like stuff like that. You just got to pay attention to that map.
Once you start using it, it's very like self-explanatory. Like it's fairly simple.
Yeah, exactly. But their bus systems, the Viva. Nothing. It makes no sense. Even the app, they have an app for this thing. I downloaded it. No help.
No help at all.
None. It's like here's these buses taking these routes. 88, 81, 16, this, that, and the other. Why the fuck is there so many buses on one road? Like, just have
I know when I first, I remember like vividly like when I first started taking the TTC busing in high school, there was like someone like said like, oh, you have to take the 86 back home. So I go and I get to the stop where the 86 is, but there's 86 A, B, C, D. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I guess then after a while you get, like you said, one day you jump on A, one day you jump on B, one day you jump on C and D, and you see where the best route is. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's crazy. Like the public transit is just completely different where I'm from. Like I said, it's smaller cities, so bigger cities probably still have these kinds of things, but it's totally different to me. And then another thing that's different to me, of course, is just like the way that you measure things. So like in distance or in like the weather's perspective. So like it's in kilometers or meters. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Today's 31 degrees.
Yeah,
feeling like 40.
But the funny thing is with you guys here, so you guys are like, fuck you. Like weather is Celsius like everyone else. And it's like, also, we're going to measure everything in the metric system like everyone else. And then they're like, but you know what we're going to do that other people don't do? Only Americans do? We're going to weigh things in pounds.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Well, we got to keep some sort of familiar face, you know?
It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense to me. I'm like, dude, how does this even make any sense to you? Like, you measure things in distance in meters and kilometers and centimeters, whatever it is. It's like, and then you weigh things instead of kilograms, it's pounds. I'm like, you guys are just messing up. Like, this isn't
We're not
right.
messing. We're just trying to make people like you coming over feel like, there's something similar to relate to.
Well, I mean, it's very good for me when I go to the gym because then I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, if they had like kilograms, I'm like 30 kilograms.
35.
10. I have no idea what I'm lifting. But have you ever noticed that before? Like, it's never even come to your mind.
I don't even honestly thought about that, to be honest.
It's weird though now that you know it. Like to me, because like when I was just like, oh, kilometers, man, I hate Celsius.
Yeah, but weren't you excited to see something like pounds?
Of course, when I'm in the
so
gym,
you're getting used to everything else, and all of a sudden you see pounds.
Exactly.
And it's like, I'm home.
I'm in pounds, and then so the gym I'm by is also by a grocery store, and this is another thing that's weird to me. So, in my hometown, there's basically, I would say, there's one main grocery store everywhere.
Yeah.
But there's around 3 that they have.
Like 3 grocery stores in your area.
Yeah. So there's a Publix, there's a Whole Foods, and there's an Aldi's. And of course, we want to throw in Walmart. There's a Walmart. Yeah. There's a Costco. There's Sam's. Whatever. Throw those out the door. So there's only 3 really. But here, holy shit, man.
You want food, you got food, man.
Dude, there's so many grocery stores. Like, there's that Longo's. There's a No Frills. There's a Loblaws.
There's a Yummies.
There's a Fiesta Farms. There's
Fiesta Farms.
There's a Pusateri's. There's a Saks. There's a lot of markets. There. Yeah, the Yummies is the Russian one. There's a Fortino's.
Where's the Fortino's around here?
Not too far. Terribly down the road. Like, I probably like...
Oh, maybe like... You mean the one like near the Wonderland there?
Yeah, like 20 minutes away.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Fortino's.
Dude, there's so much like...
There's
when it comes to supermarket, then you got like little bakeries too.
Yeah, exactly.
Along the way.
Yeah. There's tons of little bakeries.
Yeah, if you need
street.
food, you're not.
That's
like you're eating wherever you want to go.
But it's crazy. Why do you guys have so many grocery stores? And the thing that's crazy too is that they don't give a shit. Like they're just there. Like up here down the street where I'm at in Toronto, Richmond Hill right now. Down the street, there's a Loblaws. Right across the street's a Longos, and right across the street from that is a No Frills. I'm like, what is going on here? Like
people need options, man.
See, you can't do that.
Options, prices.
You can't do that. See, like where I'm from, they tried to do that previously. So like, we used to have more grocery stores. We used to have a Winn-Dixie, and we used to have an Albertsons as well in my area. Publix is the most dominant one now, and there's probably only 2 Winn-Dixies left in that metropolitan area. But like a Winn-Dixie used to be across the street from a Publix, but they would just run them out of business. Like an Albertsons tried to like build a place right next to a Publix, and like Albertsons would just go out of business. They'd lose so much money because nobody would go to that. Like here, like there's millions of people in every single store, not just.
Well, like I know, like some of like for a lot of the stores, like obviously like different stores have like different prices. Mm-hmm. Like there's No Frills where you might find a little bit more discounted goods, and then some people.
Is it actually really it's discounted? Because I was gonna go to that.
Well, you don't get like Loblaws. You would be able to find more brands, more like your everyday brands, more specialty brands.
Loblaws doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever.
Why? What's wrong with Loblaws?
Because so it's weird as shit. Like in the middle of it's just like trying to be a Walmart. I don't know. Like they partnered with some Joe Fresh or something like that.
Yeah, Joe Fresh.
And now it's just like a department store. Like you can try on clothes. There's
here's the thing.
Area.
It's good to know that like Loblaws owns Fortino's and other like grocery store chains as well. Like they're like the big daddy. They're like everyone like Fortino's. Then there's one called Zayre's.
Because these are just like specialty stores, right?
Well, so like exactly. Like they're not exactly specialty stores.
So like I was
like you can find the same things in all these different stores, but it's everyone's preference, right?
Really?
Like some people would say Fortino's is a little more on the pricier side. So then, you know.
See, I was told that a Fortino's was an Italian.
Yeah,
store.
like I mean,
sorry, like you know what I'm talking
about.
No,
you're right. Like I mean, like it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, like if you go into a Fortino's, because a lot of the Fortino's are in predominantly Italian areas, but the thing is, there's not a lot of Fortino's. Like you won't go downtown. There's no Fortino's there.
But they're huge.
They're big, right?
Huge. There's probably I've only seen like 5, maybe.
Well, it's not like across the country. There's about.
Oh, you're talking about across the country.
No, I'm just saying like just like relative to everything else. Like across the country, there's about 100 Fortino's.
Yeah, and so I mean,
right. So then, like, if you come to the city, like you come to Ontario, there's not many Fortino's. Like, there's more Loblaws, there's more Sobeys, there's more No Frills. Right?
Oh yeah, that was another one. What's it called again? Sobeys. Yeah, that was another one that they talked about.
And there's a lot of these stores because I think it was the Loblaws. They were like, there was like a family fight, so one of the sons opened up another chain of grocery stores. So that's why like there's even that too. That's why if you go into like, for me, like Loblaws and Sobeys are practically kind of the same thing. You'll find the same things in there. Yeah,
that's like what you're talking about, like with families, because I was looking up their grocery stores prior to this podcast, and it was weird because it was like the grocery stores were like No Frills. Say No Frills. One was like Peter's No Frills or Don's No Frills. I'm like, what the hell is this? What do you mean? Why are they? What is this?
Well, every No Frills has a different name.
What do you?
So like you could open up a No Frills and it'd be like Logan's No Frills.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like a franchise.
There's not like this unless there's maybe 2 Tonys in the city that have a No Frills, but.
So you're saying it's a franchised out grocery store?
I think you could franchise it out. Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Yeah. Every No Frills you go to in the city will have a different name. Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. I was just looking at them like Peter's No Frills, Don. They're just naming these guys. What's going on here? Yeah, but there's so many. There's also like there's so many different like specialty stores as well.
But even like the vibe too. Like I know like there's one like we're saying like near Wonderland there in Vaughan. Like there's something called the Highland Farms.
Yeah, I read.
You go into Highland Farms. Like to me, it's all it is like a stretched out like Fortino's. Like the what do you call it, the aisles where the food is. Like one shelf will be here and one shelf will be at that wall.
So it'd be like
it's like
huge.
It's humongous, but it doesn't have anything more. It's just a lot of empty space. They don't have like a little bakery in the middle. But like for me, like my family, we do Fortinos. We've always done Fortinos, and that's
and what nationality are you?
Italian.
There we go. So it is an Italian.
It is an Italian thing. Like,
and
there was like, one before called Galatis.
And I heard like Yummies is like a Russian.
Yeah, Yummies more Russian. Yeah.
See, we don't do that.
But the only reason why, like, I guess if you live in the area, you'll know like it's more Italian or more Russian. But like I kind of know like a little bit about these things, like, you know, the family dramas, because I used to work at a food company.
Yeah.
So I see like all these people come in and out of the office from different companies.
Yes, but still we don't.
But like at the same time, it's like we don't think of it like you do, where you're just like, oh, why is there got to be so many companies? To us, it's just like, it's convenient.
What do you mean it's convenient? There's so many different places to go, and then you don't know even what you're doing. Like, I could accidentally, being an unknowing individual, I could be like, I need some food. All right, I'm gonna go to this Pusateri's, and then I walk in. I'm like, $100 for a fucking apple. What am I doing?
Yeah, but there's not a lot of Pusateri's. That's the thing, right?
Of course. There's only a few down, but I'm saying like, there's just so many to take in. Like, how am I supposed to even remember all of these? You know what I mean? Like I looked it up like beforehand, and it was like the top 30 grocery stores in this area. I was like, top 30?
Yeah, man.
Like, and they were all different ones, like Fiesta Farms, and you have chains. You have Whole Foods. Do you guys have Kroger's here too?
I don't think we have Kroger's, no.
So
I don't think so.
Yeah, but you guys have like a Whole Foods in this area.
Yeah.
And then you have all these other ones, like, and nothing makes sense to me in that end, because like I said, I have a Publix, and I have recently, within the past 5 years, in Aldi's. Started popping up around, which is like a German-based company. I don't know if you know who they are. They're
no,
like
I never heard
over
of that.
in the European area. They've started popping up, and we used to have a Winn-Dixie and Albertsons. They went out of business.
Was one more specialized than the other?
Publix is no, they're not specialized. Like my girlfriend came into Publix, and she was like, "Wow, this is shit. Like this is not a good."
But what's shit about it?
It's just, I mean, it's just average. It's not anything special.
Like, it's like just no name brand stuff?
No. Like, it's all brand name stuff, but it's nothing special. It's nothing really like, it's not like a Longo's.
It's no Fortinos.
It's no, hey, I'll tell you that.
It's no Fortinos.
It's probably not even close to a Fortinos at all.
But then there's some like, well, as we mentioned Fortinos, nothing popped in my head that like, now some of these grocery stores are adopting this, but Fortinos was kind of like, the first ones to really make it big was when you go into, have you been to a Fortinos before yet?
No, I haven't been to a Fortinos.
Okay, if you go into a Fortinos,
let's go.
Right when you go into a Fortinos, there's like an eatery. Like they'll have like one side will be making pizzas and bread, like for the bread section. Another side will be like a hot table, so like chicken wings, veal sandwiches, chicken cutlet sandwiches, lasagna.
See, that's our whole.
And then there'll be like a sushi station and like a sandwich station. But like that's all before you go into the part where you go actually shop, right?
Yeah.
And then there'll be a Joe Fresh in there.
What is up with this?
Joe Fresh, it's a partnership, man.
I don't get it. You're partnering up. So Joe Fresh is a clothing company, from what I've amassed.
With a partnership with Loblaws.
With a partnership with Loblaws. And so they're trying to change these grocery stores where you buy your groceries, your food, to be a retail
shopping, man.
And you buy clothes there? Like, this isn't a Walmart.
Well, like you're saying, there's so much congestion of grocery stores, you gotta stand out somehow.
What do you mean? They're just trying to be like a Walmart. Our Walmart Supercenter. You can buy.
Walmart's huge, man.
Hey, you can buy tires there. You can buy some. You can buy
men's watches.
You can buy some watches. You can buy clothes. You can buy anything you want. You can buy some groceries there.
Yeah.
That's all. You can buy those things there.
Yeah, and there's McDonald's attached to every Walmart as well.
But you can't. You don't do that in like a Publix. So like our Publix, our grocery store. No, it's groceries.
I think I've been in a Winn-Dixie before.
Winn-Dixie, yeah, we had a Winn-Dixie.
It was pretty nice. It was okay.
It was, they're okay. They're nothing.
You know what I think? It's
special.
just like a vibe. You know what I mean? Like the vibe's different
See,
in the American grocery stores than Canadian grocery stores.
Super different. It doesn't make any dude. Like everyone at like an American grocery store, like I get it. Like I've been to a couple this past week, and my grocery store is just like we're there. Like I'm just there to get food. Like I'm there. Here, when I went to like a Longo's, like everyone's like all hyped up and like doing whatever. Man. I'm like, what's going on?
It's a lifestyle.
What is going on? Yeah, it's crazy to me. It doesn't make any sense. There's so many differences. Even like the cash that we use, of course, it's Canadian and it's US dollars, but there's one thing that doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Why do you call a $2 coin a toonie?
Because two loonies.
Why do you call...
like, if you put two and loony together, it's toonie.
Why do you call a $1 coin a fucking loony?
I think it has to do with, like, the bird on the...
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Because to me, I thought it was
We don't ask these questions. We just live with it.
See, I thought that you guys were just like...
That's something for the comment section.
See,
Why is it loony? I think it has to do with the loon.
No,
the loon is on the loony.
You guys just love Looney Tunes, okay?
No, but we had a $1 bill at one point.
We have a $1 bill in America.
Yeah, and then we decided we didn't want to waste paper, so we just like, you know, made the
You guys
coins,
don't even use
man.
paper, you use plastic.
Yeah, now we do. We switched it up.
So
we're just all about the environment, man.
You use coins, and now I'm just a walking piggy bank with some loonies and some toonies.
We got rid of pennies a couple years ago.
Yeah. That's
more than a couple years ago now.
That is something that's dope because I hate that in America that they do so like
so use
penny
pennies?
thing, and it costs us more money. Like to use pennies, it costs us more money than the penny's value. I think it costs us 5 cents per every penny.
Yeah.
Like to actually make those.
Yeah, but you'll grow to love the loony and the toonie, man.
No, it doesn't make any sense, dude.
Why does it make sense?
Hey, do you have $1 or do you have $2? There you go.
Man. The toonie's cool looking too. It's like the silver with the little gold in the middle.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. Why is it like that?
I don't know, because we got flash here, man.
Dude,
we got style, man. We gotta look like.
See, you don't even think about these things, do you? Like you're just like,
nah, man. We got loonies and toonies and quarters.
When
like,
the guy handed me back the change, he's like, "Oh yeah, you have a toonie and 25 cents." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about, sir? I have a toonie. This looks like $2 to me, sir. This is not a toonie. Doesn't make any sense." Dude, none of that.
It's great.
The things that you guys name things just it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And the things
what
that
do
you
mean?
do,
It makes sense.
the things
it doesn't make sense. We just talked about it.
Yeah, it doesn't make it. No, it doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. Just call it $2. Call it $1
The
coin
$2
or $2.
The $2? No, you got a toonie.
No, why would we call it a toonie? Okay, so what do you call it a $5 bill?
You got 5.
Oh,
you got 5?
Go. Exactly. But then you do a lot of things that are like weird, just like all around. You guys put gravy on your French fries here.
That's poutine, man. That's a Canadian staple, man.
But it's everything. Like it's not even just like poutine. Like if I
there's specialty poutines.
Well, I mean, that too. But
have you been to Smokes Poutine?
No, I went to name another. I don't know a lot of
Poutinis.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like poutine is more like it's definitely a classic downtown, but I feel like it's more hipster. Like you don't get like the special like at Smokes you can get like nachos on a poutine. You can get like the triple meat poutine where you get like sausage, bacon, pork.
Yeah.
You get like you could get whatever you want. Like you get like chili fries.
Yeah.
Chili poutine. Smokes. You have to go to Smokes.
Yeah.
I would recommend that over poutinis. But actually no. If you want a good poutine for the first time, go to poutinis. They do it pretty well because it's very traditional.
Yeah.
But then when you want to go fucking ham, you got to go to Smokes.
Yeah.
But like poutines. We don't like poutine.
It's not. I don't.
I guess
like
you
poutine.
would never.
See, we don't do that, and that's the thing. Like, what you're saying is like, it's poutine. Yeah, I get that. Like, it's a restaurant, it's a specialty, whatever. But even if you go into a regular restaurant, like I went to like a sports bar down the street from here.
Yeah.
And there was fries with my meal, and the waitress said, "Do you want gravy with that?" And I looked her in the face and I said,
"Excuse me?
What the hell did you just ask me?
Do you know where I'm from?
Do you want gravy with that?" No, I would like ketchup with that, and you can take that gravy and throw it fuck outside.
I'm still trying to process the Viva.
Yeah.
You're asking for gravy on my fries?
Yeah, exactly. It makes no sense to me. Like a poutine place, like we don't have those still. I think up north they're more predominant. Like there are stuff around there that do a poutine place, but like if you go to a poutine, like poutinis, like you're expecting that. But when I'm sitting there at just a regular restaurant,
yeah, but you're in Canada now, man. It's like it's part of us. It's part of our culture.
I would expect
we're offering this service as a new visitor. We welcome you, and we hope you welcome our traditions of fries with cheese curds and gravy.
Okay, well then I want to welcome you with something that's amazing, and my girlfriend can attest to this. Sweet tea. Have you ever had sweet tea?
Like when you ask for iced tea and there's no sugar in it?
Well, so here...
See, that tripped me out the first time I asked for iced tea when I went to the U.S. The first time I went to the U.S., I'm like, I asked for iced tea. But it wasn't iced tea. It was like literally iced tea.
Yeah, see...
Like it wasn't like
No, see, you're thinking differently. You're
I'm thinking
thinking
Nest
wrong.
tea.
You're thinking completely wrong. Yeah. See, when you want tea, you say, "Can I get some iced tea?" It's regular, just black tea, right? Whatever tea they make up.
Yeah.
But then you say, "Can I get some sweet tea?" That is that black tea with sugar in it, and my girlfriend loves it. She thinks it's the most amazing thing ever. Here, I was like, "Can I get a sweet tea?" They're like, "We got Nest tea." I'm like, "That's not even tea." I don't know what the hell. That's
Nest
just
tea, man.
That's just Nest tea. That's awful. Or Ice Brisk. Do you want Ice Brisk? I'm like, no, I don't want Ice Brisk. Give me some Nest tea.
Fuck Ice Brisk. I don't even like Ice Brisk.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's like the
saying.
worst iced tea ever.
That's what I'm saying. But they don't have sweet tea here. Like, you guys have gravy on fucking French fries. But you guys don't have sweet tea? Here, it's simple. I'll fucking explain the
Let me
recipe.
ask you, when you go to like McDonald's here or something, or like a Harvey's, when you ask for like a Coke or like a like pop, what do you ask for?
We don't ask for fucking pop, dude. We ask for a soda.
Soda?
Well,
we don't say so. We say pop.
No.
Or can
We
you get a
usually-
fountain drink?
We usually just call it for what it is. Can I get a Sprite? Can I get a
Yeah,
Coke?
we do that too. But like,
But even if it's like at a McDonald's, like, yeah, you self-serve yourself on those refreshments.
yeah.
But you'll say, I want a Coke with that. Or like, you'll just still name it yourself. But you'll say soda. Nobody calls it pop. Northern people in America do
Pop?
call it pop. But down in the southern states, we just call it soda.
Soda?
Or if you want to keep it completely...
But then like some people here like would consider soda like club soda.
Why? I would just
Like
say
soda,
club
soda.
soda. Or if they're like...
No one says soda, or no one says soda pop.
Or they were like, nobody, why would you say soda pop? No.
I don't know.
The only time you say, can I get some soda? Or if you want fucking some seltzered water, you say, can I get some soda water? Okay? You say that.
Soda water.
Yeah, that's the...
Yeah, like club soda.
That's club soda. Can I
Yeah.
get some soda water? Yeah,
No one
of
says
course.
soda here. Everyone says pop.
Yeah, see?
I want some pop.
But
But the thing is, when you sat, like, I know, like, I think I speak for everyone, but like, usually when you say pop, that's like kind of opens up the question. Okay, what kind of pop do you want? Coke, Sprite?
yeah, see, that's
root
why
beer?
we usually say...
Yeah.
Can I
You
get-
guys
I'm
use
gonna
like
get a Coke.
term.
I'm gonna
Use
get
the
a
term
Sprite.
fountain drink, right?
Yeah, but we don't usually use that term. Like, it's a known one, but we don't use it ever.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, with your, like, with a sweet tea, dude, I'm going to tell you guys right now, okay? Gravy on French fries, weird. And it's hard to
great.
make.
It's not. What else is hard to make?
Dude, like, if
It's
you
only two
actually,
ingredients.
if you have to make if you're making homemade gravy is hard to
makes
make.
homemade gravy?
Okay,
Just
that's
get
what
the
I'm talking.
packets.
But this is just like homemade, like you make it yourself. So like, gravy is hard to make. Sweet tea, simple. You get tea, right? When
Yeah.
you're making it hot and you're stirring it, you just put a shit ton of sugar in it, stir it together, sweet tea.
So you drink it hot?
No. You make it hot.
Oh, you make the hot and then you
and then you just
cool
put
it out?
you brew it. You put ice on it, dude.
just make it.
What? What do you mean just make it?
Just make it. Why you gotta go out and pay for it then?
No. I'm saying like, but if you went to a place like here's a Nest tea, it's like, what is this? This is your sweet tea. It's like, no, this is shit. This is not sweet tea. Go take this back.
I don't know,
Take your
man.
gravy. It's crazy.
I don't think
to
that's gonna
me.
be the worst of your worries here, man.
I mean, the worst of my worries at the moment is just the Viva bus.
The Viva. Viva.
All of that stuff. But also, I mean, Toronto's cool. Like, all these things, like, of course, I'm just making some jokes. It's crazy to me. Like, the Viva, like, public transit, like, is still complex. The city itself is complex. But, like, everything's super cool. Everything's
Like, what have you
beautiful
visited
out
so
there.
far? Like, over, I guess we could say, like, over the last couple of visits, and then now, like, what have you visited so far? Have you seen, like, a lot of the...
I've pretty much seen a lot of Toronto. One of the things that I want to see is the, what is it called? Is it the Cosa? What's the castle? Cosima?
Oh, Casa Loma?
Casa Loma. Yeah.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
I want to go see Casa Loma, but I've been to, like, the ROM. I've been to the Ago. I've been to, obviously, I want to go to the island. I haven't been to the island, like, yet.
Island's nice. It's got, like, the beach. Got things to do there. Like a day trip.
Yeah. Like a day trip. You take the ferry out there.
I saw you were at the Hockey Hall of Fame. Did you go in?
Yeah.
Did you actually go in?
Yeah, I've been to the Hockey Hall of Fame, dude.
Did you like it?
No, what the hell? Wayne
What do
Gretzky
you
wasn't
mean?
there. The Mighty Ducks wasn't there. Coach Bombay wasn't there. Goldberg wasn't there. I expected all of those people to be
that's
there.
Not the NHL?
What?
What do you mean Wayne Gretzky wasn't there?
Wayne Gretzky wasn't there.
Yes,
Wayne
he is
Gretzky
there.
wasn't even in his own restaurant when I went
What do you mean?
there.
You thought Wayne Gretzky was going to be working at Wayne Gretzky's?
Yes. What do you mean? Why would he not? I went up to the hostess. I said, I want to speak with Wayne Gretzky. She said he doesn't work here. I said his name is on the front of the building, and I would like. Well,
if you go to Joe's No Frill, Joe might not be there, man.
I'm not gonna ask for Joe. Nobody's gonna ask for Joe or Don or Peter. Only Wayne Gretzky.
I can see your Mighty Ducks beef, but because it's a part of hockey, it's a part of hockey tradition.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But I was gonna say it's a pretty cool thing. I was gonna say like I don't know if you're a big fan of hockey, but the Hockey Hall of Fame is pretty cool. It's got some neat stuff in there.
I mean, it's.
But if you're not into sports, then it's kind of like whatever.
The thing is, like, I'm not into sports. Like, I wouldn't go to the Football Hall of Fame. I wouldn't go to the. I played baseball in college. I wouldn't go to the Baseball Hall of Fame because that's just like boring it to me. Like, it wasn't. I went to the Hockey Hall of Fame because I went for it as a meme because a lot of my friends, like a meme. Like my friends are like, dude, I love hockey, this, that, and the other. And so I went there and I was just like taking pictures of stuff, and I was like, this isn't Coach Bombay. This is
that's the only hockey you know.
Ducks. Yeah. Well, I mean, the Mighty Ducks is a great thing, and I heard that here in Canada you have a day called Family Day.
Yes, we do.
What day is that? I think that's our President's Day. When is that? Is that in May? No, is that in
Family Day? Is that February?
February? I think
it's in February. I'm terrible. I feel like
okay.
I should know. I think it's in February.
I think your Family Day is the same day as our President's Day, which is crazy to me, because on that day we celebrate our presidents, the people of power. I mean, whatever. Thank goodness. Here it's like we celebrate our family. But I heard from a friend of mine. He said, "Yeah, you know what we do on Family Day?" I said, "What do you do on Family Day in Canada?" He's like, "We watch the trilogy of the Mighty Ducks." And I was like, "No, you don't."
Who said that?
I'm not going to name the names.
But we do not watch.
I heard that's on Family Day in the Great White North. You watch a trilogy.
Even though I would
Mighty
agree
Ducks.
with doing that, I would love to watch a trilogy of Mighty Ducks. I can't stand by that statement that we watch Mighty Ducks
on the Family Day. I think it's fantastic. If that's your guys'
man,
custom,
if any trilogy is happening on any holiday, it's The Godfather. Here in Toronto,
come on now.
Christmas, New Year's, you will find.
Dude, you guys
The Godfather.
You guys bow down to the Leafs, and they suck.
I'm not a Leaf fan, actually.
I hope nobody watches this from Canada. I'm an Oilers fan.
Are you? We don't watch sports. How are you an Oilers fan? Because of Wayne Gretzky?
What? No, just because I don't want to be a Leafs fan.
Well, then you could cheer for a lot of other better teams.
You want me to cheer
the Oilers are worse than the Leafs.
Want me to cheer for the Canucks?
Well, they're better than the Oilers.
I'm going to cheer for the Oilers. I know that they're the worst.
You have so many teams to choose from.
Edmonton Oilers. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, they got Connor McDavid.
I have no idea. I have no idea, dude.
But I mean, you come to Toronto and like, even though I enjoyed watching the Leafs growing up as a kid. My parents were Leaf fans, but I grew up Detroit Red Wings fan. But besides the point, you come to Toronto at a great time because the Leafs are now a good team.
Oh my God!
So that you have something to root for. You have something to go behind.
There's another thing that's different between the states, especially where I'm from in here. Big thing is hockey. Yeah. You guys love hockey.
Yeah.
We don't give a shit. Like, hockey's whatever. Like, we in my area actually have one of the best
dynasties are in the U.S.
But the best dynasties, no, of course, but we still don't even care. That's why, like, the hockey draft, dude, who gives a shit? There's no parties for that. There's nothing. But like the NBA draft, the NFL draft, dude, there's parties galore.
It's crazy.
Basically NHL and MLB is just like, dude, I don't care. Like,
honestly, the only person I know that watches the draft is Joe Brun.
The NHL?
Yeah. He watched it. Like, he woke up in the morning to watch that.
That's insanity. I would never watch something like that. But yeah, we don't care about hockey. You guys love hockey.
But that's why.
But the crazier thing is, we have one of the best teams in the whole league where I'm from.
What do you mean?
The Tampa Bay Lightning?
Yeah, they're pretty fucking good. Yeah, and your best player is Canadian, so
yeah, Stamkos. You guys love Stamkos. But it's crazy to me that you guys, live it, breathe it. Like, you guys are constantly watching it, and you guys always want to go to a hockey game. I don't even go to baseball or basketball games.
No.
How much do you think?
I'm biased. So I love hockey. Hockey. But the thing is, hockey's such a staple in this country. It's whether you like it or not. You've played hockey at one point in your life, whether it's when you were a kid and your parents put you in hockey, or you picked up at a later age. Look at this right here. That could have been the only year he played hockey, for all I know. But if someone in your family has played hockey,
he actually became the first overall draft pick of the 2004 NHL.
I think it was
draft.
the 2004 NHL draft. Yeah. So, but it's almost. Honestly, I lost track of what I was gonna say, to be honest.
But you're saying it's a staple. It's like
it's
you've always done it from
it's
when you were
fun.
a
It's
kid.
like it brings people together, like almost like the Super Bowl, the Stanley Cup. But even here, Super Bowl's pretty fucking big.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Do you know what I did?
But I think here in Canada, you'll find that like hockey's a big sport. Toronto, specifically, soccer's big in Toronto because the
baseball, everything's big in this city.
Well, baseball because the Blue Jays are the only Canadian team.
I think the Montreal Expos are actually coming back.
They want to bring them back, but I don't know.
Are they going to bring them back? I heard that they were. But yeah.
I don't follow baseball that much.
Yeah, they're the only. But that's another thing that's crazy compared to my city. Of course, like other cities, of course, it was around the same kind of aspect. Yeah. But compared to my city, in Orlando, like you guys have the soccer team that you guys love. You guys have your baseball team that you guys love. You have your basketball team that you guys love. You guys have your hockey team that you guys love.
Toronto.
Toronto, yeah.
We stand by our teams. Every single team. Hardcore, man.
And the thing is, like, it's crazy to me. Like, a ticket to a hockey game here is what, like.
Yeah, like that's kind of fucked up though.
Like $700.
Like if you want to talk like technicalities, like like for a Leafs game, like there was a time where they were one of the worst teams in the league for like over 5 years, but they were still the most expensive ticket in the league.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of like corporations.
But then also, what about a Toronto Raptors game? How expensive are those tickets?
They're not as expensive as Leafs tickets. They're getting expensive, but they're not as expensive.
They're pretty expensive. I don't know how much a Toronto FC ticket is.
TFC could get like a decent seats for like $100.
Well, that's expensive. What the hell are you talking about?
$100 not that bad.
Okay,
$100 can't even $100 can't even get you into the ACC for a Leaf game.
What's an ACC?
Air Canada Center.
Oh,
well, so it won't be called Air Canada Center, but
look. So I'm from America. Okay. I'm not from this area. I don't know what the hell the ACC is.
So what do you want me to say? The Toronto Maple Leafs home arena?
Yes, exactly.
With $100, you cannot get into the Toronto Maple Leafs home arena.
But no, you can't in America.
No,
those where I'm from, not other cities, but where I'm from. Like I was just saying, like Toronto, fucking Maple Leafs, whatever. Like that shit's fucking expensive. I think you can get into a fucking like a Lightning game for like $30, $40, $50.
And that's been like a big. It's almost like okay, Toronto fans will stand by their team no matter what, no matter how shit the Leafs are or the Raptors. There'll always be people in the seats. Yeah. Okay, we'll use hockey for example, right? So with the Toronto Maple Leafs, you will get nosebleed seats at a minimum of say like $150 a ticket, right? I remember there was a time
nosebleed,
the nosebleeds, yeah. There was a time where for almost like $100, you were able to go to a Washington Capitals game and get a tour of the arena and go into the dressing room and like meet a player
for $100.
Yeah, this was like early 2000s. Yeah. But like in here, it's like, but the thing is, people will pay for it, and then like you were saying, like or even like to go to town big game, $30, and they're one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, it's
honestly, if you talk to like any Leaf fan, that always comes up at one point or another. It's like it's so expensive, and that's why it's like a lot of Leaf fans. True Leaf fans can't go because it's not affordable. It's fucked. Yeah. And to get season tickets, there's a wait list and that you might not even get tickets. Like I think someone was telling me they were on the wait list for season tickets and they might not ever get them in their lifetime. Like people are on a wait list for life.
Isn't that like your guys? That's basically like your island. You guys they're on a wait list. It's like a 10-year waiting list to move onto the island.
Is there? What?
Yeah. I know more about your country than you do.
Yeah,
in downtown Ontario, like to live on that island, there's a wait list of 10 years.
Why? Like they're building stuff there now?
No,
people don't live on the island.
People live on that island. There's houses.
Really?
Yes, there's a residential area out there.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm 100% sure. I know more about your country than you do, but no, I agree with what you're saying. But I mean, what if people are going to pay the money? They're going to.
That's the problem, right? Because a lot of like corporations, a lot of companies buy these tickets and they bring their business people. Like if you watch a Leaf game, like while you're here in the winter, you will watch a Leaf game.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
I've never watched.
Someone in this house will make you sit down and watch that at one point or another.
Do you think I watched the Super Bowl back home?
I would assume you've done it once in a while.
Well, I did my taxes during the Super Bowl.
Well, it was on.
Well, I wasn't watching it at all.
The TV wasn't on while you were doing your taxes?
No.
You haven't watched one Super Bowl? You've
the
watched
last-
Super Bowl.
The last time I watched a Super Bowl was when the Seahawks played whoever, and they won. I don't know.
New England Patriots? No, New England bet the
Or
Seattle
wasn't it
Seahawks.
Broncos? Didn't they play?
Oh, when you said Seattle won?
Yeah, Seattle won.
I
think it was like
no,
2013
Broncos won.
I think it was
with
like
Manning.
2013, 2014.
I'm not a huge NFL
Yeah,
fan
me
of-
neither. 4 years ago was the last time I watched Super Bowl, dude. I don't watch Super Bowl.
Do you watch any sports? You don't watch any
I don't
sports?
watch any sports. I went to a...
You don't go to games?
No, I went to a soccer... I don't go to games either. I went to a soccer game. This is crazy, because what were you saying? How much is the price of a ticket for Toronto FC up here?
Decent seats is like $100.
See, what does decent seats include?
Like include like more than the seat?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay,
you get your seat in the game.
So Orlando, this is our main actual sport right now. Like, we have the Orlando Magic. They suck. They're worse.
You
Nobody
got a couple
gives a
ex
shit.
Raptors on that team.
Like, the best team we ever had was with Shaq and Penny Hardaway and fucking all those
Yeah, when
guys.
Shaq got drafted into
Yeah, exactly. That 1 year. So nobody goes, like, a Magic game, dude. You can get in for free pretty much. Like, it's like, here, come in, please. Sit in these seats. Like,
so you're saying soccer's like the big sport there right now?
Yeah, soccer is actually the big sport because where I'm from, there's a difference in regards to alcohol where you're from. So, like, you can just get shit-faced. Like, here, like, there's a lot of, like, beer's expensive, this, that, and the other. Like, you can go out there and you can have a tailgate. I don't know if you can have tailgates here.
No, you can have tailgates here, but it's not really tailgate's not really part of the culture.
No, see, we have a tailgate, like, before the soccer game. Yeah, we have the loudest arena in the MLS.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, the loudest arena because of...
I'd say maybe TFC will give you guys a run for your money.
Ooh, you want to... I will...
You should go... You know what? Like, seriously, you should go see a TFC game. I think out of Leaf games, Raptor games, any Toronto sport, you should definitely go see a TFC game.
I would say that... Do you guys have a supporters section?
They do.
How many people sit in that supporters section?
I don't know, it's a section. It's behind the goalie's net. So, like, I don't know, like... more than a couple hundred.
Is there a lot though, or is it just like whatever?
No, I'd say. What do you mean? Like a lot of people?
Yeah,
over a couple hundred, I would say. But they're fucking loud. They won the best fans in the league last year.
Dude,
they won the fan award last year.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
ours
man.
is like, well, we didn't win the fan award because we cuss. Like,
they didn't give it to you guys because you guys cussed?
We got kicked out of Disney. Our team got.
Are you serious?
Before we got into the MLS.
Why you gotta cuss for?
The Orlando team, because of the fans.
You don't have to get your point across with like cussing.
Before the fans came, before the Orlando City came to MLS, they got kicked out of the Disney Stadium because of like the chants the fans would say. Yeah, they got kicked out because they're so crazy. Like I don't know how it is here.
So it'd be like hundreds of Logans just fucking.
No, not like that. But I mean. There's people like, I was sitting there next to like a tiny child. I'm sitting there next to this kid. I'm like, hi there, child. What's your name? Tom? That's a good name. And then there's a dude right behind me. Or even the dad right next to him. Fuck you! Like screaming. Yeah. And this kid is right here. I'm like, oh my God. Like they're just screaming.
Oh, yeah.
Insults.
Honestly, the first time I kind of really experienced like American sports culture, I think at its finest. I was at a Bills game.
Buffalo Bills, dude?
Oh my God.
Nobody goes to Buffalo.
What do you mean? It was packed, man.
Nobody in Buffalo is a Buffalo Bills fan, dude. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But yeah,
I could actually say the fucking language there was fucking insane, man. Mm-hmm. Like anyone, like all shapes and sizes, all ages are just fucking potty mouth as fuck. It was just like insane. It was absolutely belligerent.
Yeah,
it was amazing because here, like you were saying, like not what you were saying, but the counterpoint what you're talking about with the Orlando fans. If you're at like a Leaf game, I've been to Leaf games where like guys are like wasted as shit, yelling at the ice, and there was like a parents with their kids in front of them, being like, "Hey, do you mind like keeping it down, like this and that?" But, like in Buffalo, like they didn't give a shit who was sitting anywhere. They were just like there was like ladies like in their 60s with like fucking going ballistic. And I was like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, well, and to go back a little bit on your point, like how you were saying, because I was just talking about cussing. I love talking about that. But to go back on your point,
cussing is the greatest thing in the world.
$100. So this is another difference that I wanted to point out. So $100 soccer game, whatever.
Yeah, the soccer game.
You're in a seat. Do you know what $100 can get you at an Orlando City game? Mind you, still, the stadium is packed. There's a lot of people there.
What can I get you?
So I was in these seats.
How close? Really good seats?
Yeah, they were they were like, just like those chefs, like
Like
bueno.
center field. Perfect.
They were center
Perfect
field.
row.
Exactly. So Greg, he does this podcast with me. He's been doing
shout out to Greg, man.
Yeah, shout out to Greg. We hate him.
Yeah, I seen a couple he gives you a hard time, man.
Oh, he yells at me all the time, constantly. He's just
Why aren't you wearing his MTV hat, man?
I'm not wearing his. He always yells about that.
Where's his MTV hat, man?
He always yells at me about that, and then he also always talks about politics. That's all he ever wants to do is talk politics to me.
Usually when I've been around him, he talks a lot of politics.
All he ever tries to do is bring about politics. And I was just my family, like our 2 rules in my family are: we don't speak politics, we don't speak religion. And Greg's always like, Democrat, and I'm like, dude, I don't give a shit. But yeah, Greg had these tickets. So he has season pass tickets. So mind you, Greg's an idiot. I have no idea why he has season pass tickets to a soccer team. Well, he's not even a soccer fan.
Well, you just said they're like the best sports team.
They are the best sports team. Yeah. And he lives downtown, so he walks there.
Oh, yeah.
He literally walks there. But these tickets, if you just deduct everything, it technically comes out to like $100 per ticket for the season pass. So it's a $100 ticket. I'm sitting there. You walk in, and then it's right there on the bottom floor. And then there's another gate. And I'm like, what is this? They're like, oh, you got to scan your ticket again. I'm like, okay, scan it. Then I scan it, and then we're right there in midfield. We're probably like 5 rows up.
Nice.
Also, it's unlimited all you can eat.
What?
Hot dog. It's not like great food, but there's
but
hot
still
dogs,
unlimited.
Hamburgers, nachos, salads. There's some healthy like fruits, stuff like that.
Okay.
Unlimited sodas, unlimited waters, and unlimited beer and wine.
Are you serious?
For
$100.
$100, and they don't even give you the beer. They don't even give it to you one at a time. They give you 2 16-ounce cores. You're like, here you go. Like,
enjoy the game.
Okay.
That's why it was so fucking rowdy in the games.
That's what I'm saying. So me and my brother just like went up there. We like grabbed like 10. We had like 10 16-ounce like beers underneath
insane.
our legs, and we're just sitting there chugging.
No, honestly,
them.
you won't find that like.
Could you buy like? So could you buy a $100 ticket for all of that included here?
No, not at all.
How much would that ticket be?
To get all that?
Yeah.
No, there are no tickets like. Well, okay. No, I think I don't know if it's the same at the Toronto FC soccer games, but I know like where the Toronto Maple Leafs play, the Air Canada Centre, where you watch the Leaf games or the basketball games, they have what they call like the box seats.
Yeah.
Where companies you can buy out the box.
Yeah, of course.
But that's like thousands. Like some boxes are like almost like between $5,000 and $10,000.
Yeah, this wasn't.
And you get like all you can eat, but you get good food and good drinks. But like
this wasn't
anything
even
else,
this wasn't even a box seat.
that's what I'm saying. Or if you get like, if you're at a Leaf game and you're in the platinum seats, the ones that are really close to the ice, the only service you get is like, well, you get service of like food and drink, but you have to pay for the food and drink.
But they come to you first.
And it's like
they're just like here, like we come to you first. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to get out of your seat, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, but it's not like, but because you're in those seats, you're paying a lot of money for the food and the drinks. It's like when you go on a plane and like a wrap is like $15 and the wrap's like this big.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. Like I like it's insane. Like Toronto sports, they're usually one of the most lucrative teams in every league that they're in, but you have to pay an arm and a leg to go watch the game. But it's almost to the point where it's happened for so long, people just accept it.
Yeah.
You know, like we were saying, like so you're saying for $100 you get all that, right? So I'm always gonna refer to the Leafs because they're the most expensive team in the city, and they charge up the ass. But say for example, you're in the nosebleeds for $150, right?
So wait, I couldn't even buy a nosebleed ticket
for $100. No, you can't. Like, and they have standing room. Like they have an area where you stand. It's like behind the nosebleed seats in the hockey arena where you stand and you can watch the game. That might be $100. I'm not even too sure because I've never done it.
Maybe 120.
Yeah, with tax. But like, so for example, 100 for nosebleed seats, you'll get like $150. Say, you can go to like, that's for the ticket. That's not including like drinks or food or anything else. I went to a Detroit Red Wing game. I was like middle of the arena. Like, I mean, like say like you're like 20 rows up. The ticket was about $80 Canadian. So and we stayed, and if we wanted to, we could have stayed overnight at a hotel, and food and everything.
For free.
No, not for free.
It's like you paid the ticket.
Yeah, like if we paid like the $80 for the ticket.
Yeah.
We could have paid like got a hotel room in Detroit to stay overnight.
Yeah.
And that still would have been less than going to a fucking Leaf game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's insane. Like, it's back to like what I was saying about the Washington Capitals like game. For like $120, you can fucking get a tour of the whole arena, go in the dressing room, possibly meet an NHL player, and you're probably seeing like first row center ice.
Yeah, and I get
and
that.
these teams are like better than the Leafs.
Yeah, but the thing is,
and they don't change their prices, no nothing.
The biggest difference from my area, again, specific to Orlando, is that you guys love your teams. Like, you guys are very...
We do.
But you guys aren't, like, so prideful about it that you guys kill over it. That's, like, one of the things, or, like, fucking, like, demolish somebody over it.
Hey, people get... No, we wouldn't kill over it. People get pretty pissed, but, like...
They get pissed. They'll yell. Like, I'm talking about, like, there's people that, like, fist fight, like, in the States, or, like, literally, like, people have died over just, like, being a different fan.
Yeah, Canadians are... We're pretty peaceful, though. We're pretty peaceful people.
Yeah, but you guys are still, like, you guys love going to these things. You guys love going to, like, the sports arenas, just like the Raptors games. Those are always sold out because they're good, of course.
Well, yeah, Raptor games, those are pretty, like, if you want to have a good time and see, like, the thing about the Raptors, for me, that I think I enjoy the game so much is that's where you see, like, how multicultural this city is and how much of an effect the sport of basketball has.
Yeah.
On the not even like the country too. So you go there's like all different like shapes, sizes, colors, and everyone's just having a good time. Like it's a good vibe. It's like a party. Mm-hmm. Versus like the notion with Toronto Maple Leaf games is like because a lot of the tickets or the good seats are controlled by like a lot of businesses. There's a lot of suits there. It's quiet. Like it's not rowdy. It's not like if you watch a Chicago Blackhawks game and they call it like the fucking madhouse. You know what I mean?
That's my favorite team in hockey. It's the Chicago Blackhawks. I don't.
It's not the Edmonton Oilers.
No, it is the Chicago Blackhawks. Only because I love their logo, and I always buy hats of theirs.
Well, yeah. Well, but the thing is, like, that's another culture. Like, you go to the arena, it's like it's madness. A lot of these. It's the crazy thing. A lot of these like American teams, like well, the Chicago Blackhawks are an original 6 team, but even like in the expansion era, like you have teams like Nashville.
I have no idea what the fuck you're saying.
What, original 6?
The original 6 is expansion.
So the original 6...
Are you talking about World of Warcraft with the expansion pack?
I don't even know about... See, I don't know what that is. I don't play World of Warcraft.
Keep going. Yeah.
So, like...
I have no idea.
So the expansion is, like every...
After the first 6 teams were already there, they expanded.
Yeah, there's, like, different expansion areas. So, like, the first expansion era was after when they went from 6 teams to, like, say, like, 12 teams. And there's another expansion era after that, right? So, like one of the expansion teams would be, like, Atlanta Thrashers, which are not a team anymore.
Oh, I was gonna say, dude, that's my favorate fucking team now.
Yeah, so
Blackhawks really are, but that would be my favorite. That would be the best team, bar none.
And then they brought the Atlanta Thrashers to Winnipeg. That's how Winnipeg got their team back.
Wait, what is the Winnipeg called?
Winnipeg Jets.
That's stupid. Why didn't they keep Thrashers?
That's stupid.
What do you mean? A Thrasher? You know what? I watched Goon, okay? That's a good movie.
Yeah, it is a pretty good movie.
And all they do is they fight, okay? Thrasher means that they fight.
The Winnipeg Jets, that's a classic team. They're before the Atlanta Thrashers.
It doesn't matter. Thrasher is still way better than Jets.
Jets, that's like Canadian.
What do you mean?
The Air Force, man. It's the Air Force.
Bro, what did they call...
That's like the meanest thing in the country is like the Army and the Air Force.
What did they call the guys in the Mighty Ducks?
The Bash Brothers?
Bash Brothers. Damn it.
Not the Thrash
Brothers. I thought it was the Thrash Brothers.
How do you not know if you're watching it on fucking President's Day weekend?
I don't watch it on President's Day. I watch George Washington cutting down a fucking cherry tree, okay? You guys watch Mighty Ducks on Family Day.
Oh, fuck. Last what I was saying, but anyways.
No. Yeah. Sports are completely different, like in my area.
But I will say, like, Canadians, what we do enjoy, like, I guess it kind of, like, proves how like now they hold some NFL games here in Canada like once a year or something like that.
Wait, I want to ask about this though, with NFL.
Mm-hmm. Don't get too deep because I'm not like a huge NFL fan either.
You guys watch NFL?
Oh yeah.
What's the point of having the CFL, dude? That shit doesn't make any sense.
It's the Canadian Football League, man. We could have our own football league.
Yeah, so you have the Canadian Football League that also, again, nothing makes any sense. You put the post at the beginning of the touchdown, at the beginning of the end zone.
Yeah, the end zone's bigger.
The end zone's bigger, but literally the post is in the middle like dead middle of the end zone. Like anyone could run into it. They could get laid out. They're like looking for a ball. Yeah,
so
got it. Doom. Eat it. Completely eat it into it. It makes no sense. Just put it in the back. Just put it in the backfield.
Man. You gotta ask someone who knows that stuff. I don't know that stuff.
I don't know any of that stuff either, but it looks
just like
stupid.
Toonies and Loonies, you just take it for what it is.
It just looks stupid.
It's there. Dude, watch out for the fucking pole.
Dude, if you played a CFL game, why would you put the pole right there? It's like someone's going to eat it. Like someone's going to just get laid the fuck out by that pole.
Hey,
like it's logical.
It calls for a good highlight, man.
Yeah. I guess. Wait, do they actually have highlights where guys running to the pole? I'm sure we could find something.
I'm sure there are highlights, but
I'm sure there's guys that just like
Sports Center's not dedicating any like top 10s to it or anything.
Maybe they're not top 10s.
Not top 10s.
But yeah, you guys are. Everything's crazy. Everything's a lot of things.
But I know a lot of people that watch NFL and CFL and appreciate the CFL a little more because they say it's harder because with the rules.
Is it because of the poll?
No, it's because I think you only get like. There's no in the NFL like you can redo your first down over and over again if you get the down. CFL you only get like 4 downs.
You said you know nothing about football.
Like I know like the basics of it.
Bro, listen. I only know John Elway, and I still think.
So who's your favorite football team?
John Elway.
John Elway's your favorite football team?
He's the best.
He's the man.
I thought he was still playing in the league to this day. I guess he's not.
He's like an owner, or a general manager.
I have no
of the
idea.
Broncos.
You know more than me.
I know that.
Is it hard because the CFL is measured in meters instead of yards?
No, I think it's just harder because you only get 4 downs. Like you have to score in those 4 downs.
Wait, it's a hard 4?
It's a hard 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Search it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it.
What are they playing? Backyard fucking football?
Man.
We played hard 4. Just street ball.
Yeah, CFL street ball, man.
Oh my god, that shit's crazy.
Hard 4, you got to score, and if not, too bad.
Canada's crazy, dude. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So the last thing before I wrap this up, we've been actually
whatever you want.
Thing.
And before we continue, I just want to say the podcast is sponsored by Tim Hortons and Pabst.
This is what I actually want to talk about. This is the last thing that I want to talk about. So you brought me Tim's. So you brought me.
I did. I had to bring it for the 50th episode and for your first podcast here.
Thank you so much.
And I got you a black coffee. You could put milk and sugar, whatever you want in there.
But yeah, so I wanted to talk about this. This is another thing that's different between my area and here. Is this Tim Hortons thing or this coffee thing, anything like this? So Starbucks is still a big thing. It's relevant, and like mainly the people that go there, like we call them like basic girls. Like, oh, look at my Starbucks, look at this. Yeah. But here, like you brought me this Tim Hortons with this black coffee because it's normal to you. Like that's what you do. Like people always go whenever, and you guys drink coffee nonstop. Like my girlfriend goes and drinks coffee at any part of the day. It's like 9:00 at night. Oh yeah, I'm going to Tim Hortons right now.
It's a lifestyle.
Why do you guys drink so much?
Oh fuck!
Why do you guys drink so much coffee?
I don't know. I think it's just something to do. Like to be honest, I don't drink I drink espresso, and that's the only type of caffeine I drink. I don't drink.
Not to be racist, but do you drink espresso because you're Italian?
I wouldn't deny that. That's probably why it is. I mean, like it's no, but like honestly, like I've never had like a pot, like a mug of coffee in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
But you've been in Tim Hortons. You've never gotten a black coffee?
No.
Really?
Before.
But you think it's
like
normal,
when I bought that, like I bought a juice.
But you think it's normal to give to somebody else?
Well, yeah. Well, it's just like
I would never think that.
Why? Well, I mean, not why, but like I don't know. I just feel like Tim Hortons is. It's like almost like Tim Hortons has become like almost like a necessity.
Yeah.
Like if you like, we were talking about the other day. You're like, you're downtown. You're like, why is there so much traffic? People should be at work.
Yeah.
Okay. When you pass by Tim Hortons in the morning, usually your workday starts between 8:30, 9:00.
Also, before you get further, there's no way in hell you can walk anywhere to go to work without passing a Tim Hortons.
Well, that's the thing. It's everywhere. It's everywhere you go. No, it is everywhere you go. Tim Hortons, and it's like if you pass by Tim Hortons and in the morning, there are like lineups, like 20-car lineups for the drive-through. Yeah. Like people don't care if they're late for work. They gotta have their Tim Hortons. They gotta have their daily routine of a coffee and a bagel, a coffee and a Timbit, because that's just what it is. People like when I'm talking about Canadian change, like people will legit have change cups in their car filled with change because they know the next morning their coffee and bagel is going to be $1.25.
Yeah, they know exactly.
Like that's the thing. That's what people do, and like I could talk about like drive-throughs on a different day because I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
People will wait in a drive-through, like just go inside and just get it faster. But anyways, the thing with Tim Hortons is like it's almost like, well, it's become so big that it's almost like wherever, like especially on this topic of sports, you go to a hockey arena, you go to a hockey game, you go to a soccer stadium, you go to a soccer game, Tim Hortons is linked up to it somehow.
Yeah,
I guess like through like some of its like community initiatives and everything because it's so big. It just sponsors everything around the world.
It's everywhere.
But it's just.
Well, you said around the world.
Sorry, not around the world, but like.
It doesn't sponsor anything in the United States.
It feels like. There's some in the United States though.
There's only like a few, like a
Buffalo.
Handful. Yeah, Buffalo.
Yes, Buffalo has them.
Yeah, we don't have to.
No, yeah, sorry. Sorry, not around the world, but it feels like it takes up so much. Like it takes up so much of our lives.
Yeah.
You know. But I don't know. It's like. It's almost like when you grow up here, it's like that's Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is a part of your life.
Yeah.
Because someone like you're saying, like your girlfriend, she goes, I gotta go grab a coffee at Tim Hortons. Doesn't necessarily have to be doesn't have to be at morning, doesn't have to be at night. It could be any time of the day.
Yeah.
Tim Hortons, I gotta go grab a coffee.
That's crazy to me. We don't do that. Even for Starbucks, we don't do that kind of thing.
I
We
don't like
do
Dunkin' Donuts or like.
But anything, you guys still like? No, we don't do Dunkin' Donuts. I don't really drink coffee that much. A lot of people that I know really don't drink coffee. There's some that do drink coffee, but even here, like, it's 10 o'clock at night after dinner. Do you want espresso? No. What do you mean? I'm going to bed. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Or like, I'm gonna make a pot of coffee. It's like, what do you? It's nighttime. Like, don't do that. You guys do that all the time. You guys love coffee here. We don't. Like, where I'm from specifically, like, we don't enjoy coffee like that. Nobody has. I will tell you, I know one person that has an espresso maker at their house.
Really?
How many people do you know that has an espresso?
Everyone.
Everyone
has an espresso maker.
Yeah.
Well, like I don't know. It's kind of like one of those questions where, like I can't. It's almost hard to say like why. Like why does everyone need Tim Hortons? It's almost like why does everyone need an
blood
or
oxygen?
Yeah, it's like
breathe?
Tim Hortons is just like Tim Hortons could like make their small coffees like $10, and people would be like, fuck. Whatever, I'm still gonna go get a small coffee the next day. Like they're just gonna accept it. It's just Tim Hortons is like it's like part of the. I'd say it's part of the Canadian culture easily.
That's crazy, man. That's insane.
It's just there's hockey, Tim Hortons,
and now everyone
poutine.
Hey, Tim Hortons, poutine, and hockey bring people together. Yeah. Okay. It's a trifecta. You come over with some Tim Hortons coffee, poutine in another hand, and you are about to give the guy 2 tickets to a Maple Leafs hockey game. Holy shit, man. You are a god.
That's Christmas early.
That's
early Christmas right there. But I will say, I will throw this out there. Even though I'm not a big coffee drinker, even though Tim Hortons is as big, you will learn that people will find it's not their favorite coffee.
Yeah, Second Cup's my favorite coffee.
Second Cup's your favorite coffee? Second Cup? Are you serious?
Second Cup is the best coffee of Canada.
What about McDonald's coffee?
I haven't been to McDonald's in 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I will say they have good smoothies. I'm a smoothie drinker, and I will say, like, McDonald's, that's the place to be.
To get off track a little bit before we end this.
Yeah.
Because you said McDonald's. I was at the gym yesterday, and a guy walked into the sauna. I was in the sauna, and he sat next to me, and I went and looked at him, and he was drinking a drink. And as I looked closer at the drink, I'm like, that's a fucking McDonald's McFlurry.
He brought a McFlurry in the sauna?
Yeah.
What is it, bulking season?
I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what
bulking and cutting season at the same time.
I was like, not only are you ruining the sauna, you're ruining that fucking McFlurry. You're in a sauna. It's going to melt.
I've never seen I always thought people that drink coffee at the gym is weird. Like people that drink coffee instead of water at the gym is weird.
So coffee is actually beneficial for you, and it actually,
I've heard that recently, but
it actually stimulates a lot of muscle groups inside of your body, and
really?
Like, it's an actual better alternative to pre-workout.
So if I'm having a double shot of espresso before I go to the gym, that's pretty good for me.
I don't think that's pretty good. Just a regular black coffee is good for you, but like it's an alternative to pre-workout. But this guy,
a Blizzard.
Fucking
he must have been.
I have no idea.
He definitely had an agenda.
He had some kind of agenda. I think he just was like, you know what, this is too cold. I want to warm it up just a little bit.
I think he wanted to. He's like, today I'm gonna go in there, the sauna with a blizzard, see what happens, and see if I could mess with someone's day. And he messed with your day. You're going to remember that guy. Every time you pass by McDonald's, you think of that guy.
Yeah, I know, right? That was insanity. But yeah, man, that's about it that I have. There's so many different things in Canada that are completely different.
You're gonna have a lot more to talk about the more you're here.
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly. So, is there anything else you want to say?
No.
You do a YouTube channel though, right?
Oh, yes. Okay, so along with the
Yeah.
podcast that I do, Too Real, through my 1191 production company. It's on YouTube now. It wasn't always on YouTube. It was always on Instagram. But now we're on Instagram and YouTube. It's called Date Night Manners.
Yeah.
Where pretty much what I do is I give dating advice to guys.
Yeah.
On like what works, what doesn't work, and we kind of do it in a kind of a humorous, original way, kind of.
And it's one word or it's.
Oh, so like if you want to find it on Instagram, the handle is one word. Date Night Manners.
And then on YouTube it's spaced out.
Yeah, it's spaced out. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Thanks for letting me shout that out.
Yeah, of course. You can put
Actually, I have one more question for you.
Me, yes.
Yeah, and I don't know if I missed this on one of your episodes, but where does the name SnakeFang come from?
Oh, man.
I got to ask. I was thinking about down the way. I'm like,
so I've been thinking about this for the past, like, when anyone was ever going to ask me. And they've asked me before, but like not on the podcast.
Oh, okay, good.
So, names are synonymous for meaning, right? Like there's supposed to be a meaning behind the name, right? So I named mine SnakeFang because I don't give a shit.
Doesn't have to mean anything.
It doesn't mean
you just
anything.
like the name doesn't mean
exactly.
Well, I mean technically, like on your podcast, just talk about anything really.
Subliminally. I like two other kind of podcasts and two other groups. One of them's called Rooster Teeth and one of them's called Cow Chop. So I was like, fuck it.
SnakeFang. I was going to say Snake Gang.
Yeah, I mean,
the SnakeFang could be a SnakeFang gang.
So no, like when Greg was on, I was like, dude, we're just going to be called the Snake Brothers instead. So it was either going to be SnakeFang. When I did this like previously with another one of my friends, like we were making it. And I was like, it's either going to be SnakeFang or it's going to be Wizard Fish. And he said,
SnakeFang.
I don't want either of those fucking names.
Yeah, Wizard Fish is a little, I don't know. I'll even say it's not that cool.
Yeah. So I came up with SnakeFang. There's no meaning behind it. Like, I feel like names that have, like, meaning behind them, like, whatever. Like, that's cool. But I don't give a shit. Like, it's just what it is. Like,
it's part of your identity.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes sense. If it's part of your identity, and, you know, even your podcast, you guys just talk about anything that's going on, any random thing. So the name's kind of random, then your podcast is random topics.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that's where
I like it though. I like it though. I think it's cool.
Yeah. So, but thanks for coming on, man. I really do.
Thanks for having me, man.
I hope to have you on further and in more episodes, and also like maybe work on some more projects with you.
And you will be on a Too Real podcast.
Oh yeah.
We want to make sure
we're going to be doing podcasts. Yeah. Of course.
So catch Logan on the. Keep your eyes out. He will be on the Too Real podcast very soon. Very soon.
And then we'll work on some like YouTube projects or something.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
So, but thanks for coming on, man. I really do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. It was fun, man.
Yeah,
it was good. It's a good time.
Any last words?
No, I think we're just. I don't want to. We finished on a good energy right here.
All right, you guys. Just remember, don't go to a Toronto Maple Leafs game because they suck. And the tickets are $5,000 American, which is like 20 million Canadian.
And you won't get any free beer or food.
None. So until next time, catch you later.